Hi everyone, Traci here with Kokokahn Essential Oils, coming to you from my office today to talk about peppermint essential oil. We're going to do 5 benefits of peppermint essential oil, but before we get to that, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some myths and misconceptions about how to use peppermint essential oil safely. There's a lot of safety considerations for peppermint, so I think it's really important that everybody, is made aware and so that you can use it safely, get all the great benefits out of it without causing any skin irritations or respiratory irritations, that kind of a thing. So first, peppermint essential oil comes from the peppermint leaves of the peppermint plant. There is quite a bit of adulteration of peppermint essential oil in the form of corn mint essential oil. Corn mint yields a lot more. I have found through importing some peppermint from India in particular, we would have it tested and it came back as corn mint. Ours is currently from Hungary. I feel like there's just a little bit higher of a quality. I don't have to worry about getting a whole batch of peppermint oil in, having it tested and it being corn mint. So just some food for thought on that. But in regards to myths and misconceptions, the first thing I would like to say is that don't drink peppermint essential oil in your water. So putting a drop or two in your water is like putting a drop or two straight in your mouth. Essential oils are fat soluble, not water soluble, so they don't mix with water. So I really don't recommend doing that. If you really want to use peppermint in your mouth like that, use the peppermint hydrosol. And the peppermint hydrosol is totally safe to spritz in the mouth as a breath freshener or for upset tummies, digestive support, that kind of a thing. But the essential oil straight in your water is not a good idea. And it's like putting the straight drops in your mouth. It gets into mucous membranes, it goes into your digestive tract undiluted. It can cause upset problems digestively, and then it can burn the inside of your mouth. So and I know, you may not have that reaction initially. It may take 6 months, it may take a year, but there's a good probability that you probably will have a negative reaction like that at some point in time. So that's my first myth and misconception. The second is don't put peppermint essential oil undiluted on your skin either. Using it undiluted on the skin, again, it's way, way, way too strong. It has a high potential for skin irritation. So what can happen over time, and I've actually heard this from several customers that didn't know not to do that, but they would use it for headaches and put it back here, put it on their temples, and then what happened over the course of time is they started getting this itchy, rashy irritation, and that's from becoming sensitized to the peppermint essential oil. And you become sensitized when your body starts producing antibodies to fight some of the components in the oil that it doesn't recognize, and that's an allergic reaction. So you actually become allergic to it, and at that point you can't even use it diluted on your skin because you'll still get that itchy, rashy reaction most of the time. So that's why it's important not to put it on your skin undiluted. You can still get the great health benefits of the pain soothing properties of peppermint by diluting it. So it's not like you're not going to get the benefits because you're not using it straight. So keep that in mind. Another thing I want to talk about is that it can be too strong for children under the age of 5 and pregnant women. So that's another safety consideration. If you have kids in the house and you want to use it for respiratory support, just go to spearmint. Spearmint is a much gentler mint oil that you can use. It has almost all the same health benefits as the peppermint, but it's much gentler. So it's not too strong for those the little ones and women who are pregnant who are more sensitive. So, and then last but not least, it's not recommended to really use peppermint, especially straight peppermint. It's one thing to use it in a blend or something like that, but not straight in your face type peppermint if you have high blood pressure, because it can be way too stimulating. So another thing to keep in mind when using peppermint or choosing to use peppermint. So now we'll move on. We got all that fun stuff out of the way. We're going to move on to my five favorite essential oil benefits of peppermint. So the first is its respiratory support. It's really good at decongesting and opening the breathing airways, kind of making the lungs feel clear and open. It's a great, great respiratory oil that way. You know, you can put a couple drops on the floor of your shower every morning, get your peppermint fix, breathe that in, and get things opened. Plus it's energizing and uplifting. It's good for muscular and joint pain. Again, you want to use it topically for pain, and you need to dilute it. So good dilution for peppermint is 10 to 15 drops per 1 ounce of carrier. The carrier that I like to use is tamanu oil. You've probably heard me talk about that before. It's TAMANU oil, and it's a great pain soothing carrier oil. So it's always my go-to if it's a painful situation or a wound healing situation. And for that you do 10 to 15 drops of the peppermint essential oil in 2 tablespoons or 1 ounce of tamanu oil. So that's how you can use it for muscular and joint pain, or muscle and joint pain. It's also cooling and anti-inflammatory, so it's really good for, I love to use it when my feet are like hot and inflamed and swollen. You know, that happens a lot to me here in Florida when the humidity rises, especially this time of year. It's like my whole body feels like it's swelling up. But so you can do like a foot bath. Put some peppermint essential oil and some Himalayan pink salts and a little bit of jojoba oil, so that you can mix all that together and then put that into a warm foot bath or a cool foot bath. Sometimes I'll do a cold foot bath when it's really hot. So that's one way. Another way to use it for its cooling and anti-inflammatory properties. It's also a good digestive supporter, and you can use peppermint topically to get that digestive relief. So if you're feeling gassy, you've got, you're just kind of upset through this area, you've got an upset tummy from riding in the car or things like that, you want to use aloe gel as your carrier for that scenario. Really absorbs the peppermint into the body and acts quickest with the aloe gel. The aloe gel penetrates great for that kind of scenario. And you would do like 10 drops of peppermint essential oil and 2 tablespoons of aloe or 1 ounce of aloe. And then last but not least is it's uplifting and energizing. So it's a great oil to diffuse during the daytime or on a day when you're feeling kind of fatigued or lethargic. It's a good oil to diffuse. You can also, again, do that shower, get some double duty there, get your respiratory support and your uplifting, energizing lift in the morning. And to do the shower, you get your temperature the way you want it, and then you just put 2 drops outside of the stream of the water. Essential oils are not oily, so you're not going to slip and fall or anything like that. You just step in, and those 2 little drops are super strong. You'll breathe that in when the steam opens everything up for you too. So it's a good way to use them that way. So just to recap, 5 benefits of peppermint essential oil: respiratory support, muscle and joint pain, cooling and anti-inflammatory, digestive supporter, and uplifting and energizing. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Next time we're going to do ways to use peppermint essential oil. So I'll see you guys next time.